everybody, and welcome back to the semi-crafty vlog. As usual, check the description below for timestamps if you'd rather skip ahead to the stuff. Otherwise, let's get started. Alright, so the agenda for today is our cooking thing, which I'm gonna put first again like I did last week. We are making beef stew, so I'm really excited about that. Then I also have finally gotten all the supplies I needed to continue working on Bayonetta, and we might also go into an old crochet project I started months ago. Alright, so I'm gonna launch into doing the beef stew. Just gonna put a little thing up here though. If you would rather not see me cooking something that has meat in it, check the timestamps. You can skip ahead and not watch it, because I understand not everyone eats meat or anything like that, so if you would rather skip ahead, you can check the timestamp. Otherwise, let's get the beef stew started. Alright, so here we are making beef stew. I'm very excited about this. Alright, so here's the ingredient list. First of all, so on, well, I don't swear on my vlogs. It's on a site that's, it's not like a bad swear word, but it's that. So it's the slow cooker beef stew. Who is it by? See, these sites, it's hard to see like who posted it. This is what it should look like. So that should be exciting. The recipe list says, because first of all, what you're supposed to do is you have to like lightly sear the meat. So I've already done that because that part was just like kind of easy. Now they say to do it in 2 tablespoons of olive oil, but I actually went ahead and did it in garlic oil because I can actually, garlic oil, the way it's done is like, it doesn't have like the things in garlic that would actually like mess with my intestines, so it's like safer to eat. And because this recipe calls for garlic, I decided I would just do that. Okay, so we have 2 pounds roughly of stew meat cut into 1-inch cubes, and it's already been seared with salt and pepper too. So in this bowl right here, we have a pound of baby red potatoes, 4 carrots, and 1 onion. Again, I can't eat onions, so I'm using green onions because I read that that was like a good substitute. Hopefully we get the ratio right. We'll see how this works. And then we have beef broth, which I just grabbed the organic because I mean it was there, why not? It was like maybe what, 50 cents more? I don't know, it's fine. Tomato paste, I bought extra just in case. I can't pronounce, I'm sorry, Worcestershire, Worcestershire? I don't know how to pronounce it. Dried thyme, dried rosemary, paprika. It said caraway seeds were optional, I couldn't find those, so it's fine. And then 2 bay leaves, I got bay leaves. We got flour, and then we have, I'm not gonna lift it because it's in a glass jar. And there was optional parsley, but I'm not really like, it's not like a super requirement, so it's like, okay. So first thing I gotta do is probably cut up all my vegetables. All right, so let's cut our onions. Oh, my eyes. Who's cutting onions? I'm not crying. It burns. I'm trying not to. Oh no. Oh, it burns. Yeah, you can see like perfect like eyelash imprint. It's from the onions. Hopefully this is a good size. The rest of these onions will get used. My dad will probably eat them. Okay.
I give you already. The nice stuff.
Oh, it looks so pretty. And yes, I washed my hands, of course. Oh, it burns still. Oh god. Now, what's the next step? If I can even read. 4 carrots cut diagonally into 1.5-inch thick slices. Let me recover for a sec. I'm gonna rub off my makeup. Oh no. Okay, so I grabbed actually 5 carrots because I feel like these are like kind of small, so it's fine. I like carrots in stew, so I hope it won't make too big of a difference. Diagonal. Carrot number 1. No. Once again, be safe with knives in the kitchen and all that, and sharp toolsies. These are cool. I went to the store last night and they only had like bagged carrots. I think these are organic. I'm not sure. It's all there was available. It's all good. Carrots. So colorful. Baby potatoes. Cubed, I believe. Which I think that should be a good, nice. I don't like it when potatoes are cut in giant chunks. So I like it when they're like smaller. Also, you guys like my Dragon Ball Powerpuff shirt? It has Piccolo on it. Piccolo's muffin. Piccolo and Vegeta actually are both. Can't even see it. Piccolo and Vegeta are 2 of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball. I still haven't watched Super yet, but oh, it looks so pretty. I joked about being professional. I'm not professional in the last video. That was a joke. I'm not. I'm trying to be, but this is also just me at home making food for the internet and for myself. Mostly for me, but also for the internet. Last potato. We got the potatoes. Oh, it looks good. All right, so now we've got the beef broth. 2 cups. Sprinkle that in. Nice. Scoop. What can I use to like flatten it? I don't think we're cutting anything else, so. Yeah, that was a good use of this. Oh, how am I gonna scoop it out? Oh, spoons. In atrocious difficulty. It's so difficult. Yeah, I don't use too much Worcestershire and stuff just because it does have traces of garlic and onion in it, but a small enough amount should be fine. And over a tablespoon over this whole thing won't hurt. I know it's a weird tolerance thing, I hate it, but it is something I have to look out for. Time. How much time? How much time do we have left? How much time? You can't dry time. Also, how Bayonetta are we right now? Well, we don't have parsley, and it didn't call for sage. Dang it. No, but the parsley section last night when I went to the store, the section that has like stuff like parsley and whatnot was like just trashed. It was so bad. So I'm like, I'm just gonna not put parsley in. It's fine. 1 teaspoon and 1 teaspoon for rosemary. What is the teaspoon? This one is the teaspoon. Okay, this is the teaspoon. That's good. Yeah. Alright. It doesn't look like thyme on it. Whatever. I think it's supposed to be like a thyme leaf, but this is like thyme that's been like crushed. Rosemary. I'm not huge on rosemary, but I'm fine with it being like 1 tablespoon. I think the reason why I don't like rosemary is because back when I was a teenager, my mom cooked with it. Maybe not a teenager, but no, maybe yeah. My mom cooked with it all the time, and I just kind of got sick of it. No offense, anyone who likes that stuff, that's totally fine. I just don't. Paprika. It's almost 2 o'clock. This takes like 7 hours to cook, so. Bay leaf. Isn't that a Pokemon? I think so. Alright, so I'm gonna put just a little bit. And some pepper. We can always, I think, add this later, yeah? No more. Now we stir it. I'm so excited. Ooh, it smells. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells good. I think that's good. Alright, so now we can put this on the heat. Cover and cook on low heat for 7 to 8 hours or high heat for 3 to 4. I'm gonna do 7 to 8 because I think I would like it to cook slower. Put low. And we're good for 7 hours. 7 to 8. So while the beef stew sits for like 8 hours, we are going to get started on other stuff. Probably not gonna be painting today because I just don't really know what to paint. We have gold rings and belt buckles. Now these rings, let me, yes, just what I needed. I mean, it only came in this big of a pack. I couldn't get like just 4. They're a little bit bigger, I think, than this one, but that's okay. But they're a nicer, like more of a yellow gold, which I think is like brighter. I don't know if you can really tell. I can tell, but I guess. So yeah, we'll be using these for the medallions, so that'll be really cool. So I'll see how far we can get on that today. And then we have these I haven't opened yet, so let me go ahead and open them. They look like a pretty good size, like what I figured, but I still don't have the belts. So yeah, last night I went running around to like 3 different stores, but I was thinking more like groceries rather than like craft supplies, so. Alright, yeah, these are about what I figured the size would be. Now they are, of course, not gold, they are silver, but I could not find gold. If any of you guys have a link out there to like finding gold ones, tweet it at me, Instagram, some. If you could find gold ones that are like about this size. Okay, so this, how big is this? What am I looking at? I hate this ruler. No, I don't hate it, it's just, what the? Oh, okay. No, I don't understand. Okay, yeah, wait. I use this ruler for drawing, not for measuring. Okay, so it's like, where's an actual, okay, let me, all right, let me measure with my, giant ruler, because that one's just too confusing. Good lord, okay. I think you guys have seen me use this ruler before. So it's like, just over 1 3/4. At least for the outer ring. For the inner ring, it's like almost 1 1/2, a little over. Okay. Basically, I need to know the size of it so I can draw on the computer what we need for the little moons. Okay, so the crochet project I was talking about, just because we'll probably get into it later. There's a coat that my friend Kat linked me to on a person's, I think it's on a blog, and I think it's a free pattern. If it's not, I apologize, and please let me know where I can actually purchase it. But it's by, oh yeah, okay, so it's by they go by Morale Fiber. Put that, yeah, and I can link pattern. I'm specifically, okay, so it's like an elf coat kind of thing. I'm specifically using the large pattern. I think that'll fit. Actually, the waist is already done mostly. It's like kind of big, so I'm like, okay, hopefully it all comes together, but I don't think the medium would have fit though. But the idea of the coat is that it looks kind of like this. But because I'm me and I'm just like completely weird, I decided that mine was going to be made out of all sorts of different rainbow yarns. So let me show you guys what I've got for it so far. So I've got like all sorts of colorful yarns ready to be used. And because it's such a large pattern, or not a large pattern, but because the stitches are so small, it takes a lot of yarn. So this is like, this was a lot over a small amount of time, but this one's really pretty. I have, let's see, 3 of these because this is for a trim, which I thought was really pretty. Or no, I had to buy 3 of these because Michaels wouldn't let me order just one. Whatever, it's fine. This pretty. Oh god, I just filled up my table with yarn. Is that all of it? Is that everything? Wait. I like this yarn bag too, it's really nice. What? There's a yarn ball in here and I can't figure out where it's at. What the heck? Oh, it was in a. Okay, there are pockets on the inside. I forgot about that. Was I gonna use this? This looks like an old yarn I used from an old project. Why is it in here? Okay, I think there might be some stray yarns in here. That might be the problem. So what I have so far stitched, and this took me a while, but that's what I got, is like the skirt of it. So it's very eclectic, very fun, but it's all stitched together. The next step would be to put the trim on the bottom. Now, the thing is, so the person who wrote this pattern or posted it or whatever said that they were using a Tunisian crochet. I have tried so many times to try to do Tunisian crochet and I just can't. It just, for some reason, my brain just can't grasp it. But they said that you can use a regular like single crochet stitch, so that's what I'm doing. So that might be why it's a little bit bigger, but yeah, I love this. You guys just seen the back side of it. Hold on, or the inside. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So what I did for this is the skirt part of it for the large is in 7 and 6 pieces. So the 7 pieces are the pointed pieces. These ones took a long time to do because once you start getting into this like spread, it's just like, oh, it's so much yarn. And then 6 like narrower panels that are just like kind of rectangular. They flare a little bit, but not a ton. Each one I was like, okay, I'm gonna take one. So I started with the smaller ones and I'm like, I'm gonna take one color of yarn and see how far I get. And so 2 skeins that I had were about the same size. They were the same brand and size. There was different colors. So I actually got 3 panels out of each skein of yarn. And then for the larger ones, I'm like, okay, how much can I get out of it? I think I got like one and then maybe 2/3 of another. So like you can see here's the rest of that yarn. But then I substituted with like just solids. So I wanted to avoid using this yarn too much, but it's really pretty, but I just didn't want to use like a ton of it everywhere. And I have another skein of it because again, I think I can only order 2 instead of just 1. So there's 1 panel on this that's this color. The rest are all like 1.5. Like, so there's this blue. There's 1 panel that's full, that blue. But then this one's got like yellow and orange. And then there's 1 full panel of this, and then 1 with green and purple at the end. So it's kind of weird. So it's got like some structure to it, but it's also like just whatever. And then I've got, so there's like a hood, there's big flared sleeves and stuff. I've got like ideas of where I want the other yarns. Like I think this one was going to be a sleeve or the hood. I don't remember. But like this would be, you know, just awesome, fun rainbow stuff. So I'm going to see how far I can get on this today. Maybe I can get the trim done, but I'm not going to do just that today because I would like to work on Bayonetta. Because I know that most of you guys, I think, like to see the Bayonetta stuff, and that's totally fine. I can't promise it every week. Obviously, once the cosplay is finished, then there won't be any more Bayonetta to work on. But I was actually thinking about doing some fun like videos with my cosplays when they're finished. Just doing like little, I don't know, like skits or something. Just, you know. Because I miss doing like that kind of creative stuff. Because like with me and Raven's channel, we would do like, not really skits, we would just kind of improv like as characters. And like that's fun. I just, you know, I miss doing that. But like we can't do that because A, because of the situation going on right now in the world, and B, because we don't live in the same city. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I don't know if you guys can see, I have a scratch on my face. I think it was an accident, but I think it was from my cat. Because there was one night where, the night when I woke up and found it, she crawled into bed with me. And I think it was a night that it was raining, so my other cat was in the room too, and I think he had like hissed at her or something, or she'd hissed at him, whatever. They don't really get along. But she crawled up into bed with me, and she laid on my pillow for whatever reason. She was like taking up a majority of it, and I'm over here, you know, kind of thing. And I think at some point she might have like moved her foot wrong or something and just kind of scratched totally by accident. My cats aren't like they don't just lash out at you for no reason. That or I rolled on her and she like panicked, I don't know, but usually usually if that kind of thing happens, she's more of a biter, not like a scratcher, so this was completely just like totally accidental. So if you can see it, that's what that is. I tried to cover it up as good as I could with makeup. I'm also like way broken out. I can't figure out why. Usually if I start breaking out weirdly, it's because of something I've put into my diet that I can't, like, that's new, or something that my body's just not cool with. It's been happening since I made the mac and cheese, so maybe there's something in that, like maybe the evaporated milk or the Velveeta, I don't know, that my body's not really happy with, so we'll see. The mac and cheese was really good. I think in the future what I would do is mac and cheese to me is never great reheated. I would probably save it for like a potluck style something, like be like, oh, here's mac and cheese, take a scoop and go, you know, and like, but like it stays warm and it's like good for that kind of thing, you know. But the beef stew I'm hoping is something that can like be reheated, because stews usually like, or soups, like those are fine to reheat. I think it's because they've got enough moisture, and like my mom, she's made like awesome like vegetable soups in the past that like we just reheat for days and days and days and it's still good. Also, I have my phone sounds are on right now because of the alarm for the stew. Yeah, I've also been dealing with that the past week. My back, like from like my entire left back rib cage has just been like in so much pain. I think it's because I've been doing too much like bending over tables. It's affected me for when I'm doing like editing and gaming, but I think it's because I've been doing a lot of writing in my notebooks. So the first thing we need to do for these is put the rings on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. Alright, so I'm also panicking because tomorrow is the live stream of Unisonis's final goodbye, I guess. They're deleting the channel live. There we go. So like I'm trying to like, I mean obviously right now I'm not, but like I've been trying to binge their episodes as much as possible, especially my favorite ones. I think out of the entire series, my favorite episode, for those of you guys who watch Unisonis, my favorite episode was the outdoor escape room that Mark did in the camp. That one was so funny. Followed by, I love the disclaimer song, so I loved the bungee jumping episode. I didn't at first, I thought it was silly, but like after the disclaimer song, and then they have like a montage of all the episodes up until that point kind of thing. Not the dangerous stuff, but just like all the like, whoa, you know. All right, we have 4 of these. And then my third favorite would be nothing against Ethan, but the episode where Ethan gets kicked in the balls. It's really funny. It's mainly funny just because the, it's not even that part of it that's funny to me. It's just the way it was edited was so hilarious, and I just love just all of what happens. I feel like I was gonna like gloss these or something, but maybe or glaze them. I don't know. We need to somehow attach like this. Is that gonna fit onto a lobster clasp? I mean, you know what? Oh, okay. So obviously I'm gonna be putting lobster clasps on the actual hair, but like I could just clasp it to this ring. I don't even need like another clasp. It could just go over this ring. That would work, right? Yeah, I think it'd be good. Okay, I love how I just like said, yeah, that would be good, right? Yeah. Anyway, so now I've just got to figure out how to attach these. All right, so we got our fishing line. And again, if you guys are going to make this in the future the way I'm doing it, I apologize that I'm so not together. I would do this step while paper macheing, or before paper macheing even, and wrap it underneath the paper mache, put the paper mache over it, and then it'll like, you know, because otherwise we're going to have this like this to some degree. I don't think it's gonna mess it up because it's so sturdy underneath with all the layers we gave it. It's also pretty hard, but we have to use fishing line because I'm bad at planning. You definitely see it. Well, maybe not from a distance. That's the thing. Oh, it's shiny. I mean, again, it's not like people are gonna be like way up close looking at these unless they're like observing it, but it's like theoretically, I could just paint over it, couldn't I? I wonder if what I should do is glue this down first to here. I'm gonna use E6000. Maybe tape it so that it stays while it glues. So I took a bit of a break because my back is still killing me. It's still killing me, but it's like, I don't know, it's rested. Okay, I realized that I am silly, and there was a way I could have done this somewhat. Could I have just taken tape, put it in here beforehand, not folded it over, but just put it in here beforehand and stuck it to where we need it, like this, and then put it on, and then put like, wouldn't that work? Let's try it. Let's try it. Might as well do both sides. The tape will come off later, but and then okay, it's down. Yeah. The only problem is how am I? I like, I don't know. So if I could just, I don't know, hang it like this, would that work? Would this be stable enough to like dry it that way? It's crooked, I just tried. Okay, never mind, I have to move it over a bit. Oh, does that hang correctly? Yes, that hangs correctly. Alright. Cool. Now we let it dry. I'm wondering if I could like hang it to dry. I'm just so nervous about that. Oh, you know what? I can hang it on the boom back there. That is a boom, right? Hey, look at that. Okay, so I'll do the rest. It worked. Alright, so we got them back there to dry. Hopefully that works out. Lovely, lovely zoom, yeah. But I like having the rings on them, like, looks good, because it's like, oh yeah, that's how they're supposed to look, so I'm excited. And I will be even more excited to get them attached to the actual thing. And I also have a bunch of these left over. Stew update. It looks like it's doing good. It just, I've smelled it a couple times. I think that next time I might not use rosemary. It is very pungent in the, it's not like ruining, it's just like, it's a lot of rosemary. I don't know about the thyme though, like mixed in with that, but we'll see. So for now, while my back's hurting, I'm gonna try to like lean back and work on some crochet. So I'm gonna try to get that, the trim of that coat done. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. Let's see if I can beat the timer for the stew. Alright, so it's, let's see, I don't know when I started this border, but it's taken me about 3 hours to get one row done. I have taken breaks though because of my back, and I think I'm actually done crafting for tonight. Tomorrow after the live stream, I will probably be jumping back into, and I might check those before I wrap up today, but yeah, I got one row along this whole thing. Also, so I typically use, I think I've explained this before, I use these kinds of Tunisian crochet needles for regular crochet just because it feels better on my hand. Like the length, it's just nicer than like the like shorter ones. However, this one's really flimsy, and because it's so thin, it's like pressing into my arm or my hand like really strongly. So I don't have a 3.5 in one of those, so I might have to like, I don't know, maybe go to a store sometime this weekend and get one. So I'm probably done with this for right now because I kind of hurting. But we got this one row along the bottom. I hope I'm using, because it said to switch over to a different needle. I did learn a new stitch though. I mean, because this is a, sorry, I'm trying to find the other end. Yeah, all that. This is a linked double crochet or something like that. So like you basically, instead of going in the next like loop, you pull from the loop of the like a diagonal loop on the previous stitch. So it's very interesting. So that might also be why it's kind of been slower, because it's like a different stitch that I'm not used to. I really don't know if they're like ready, but that's what the fishing line is going to be for. Ugh. Oh god, it's like a sticky candy, of which I just had a bunch. Ugh. But yeah, I wouldn't just trust the glue. I would want like something else, you know? Oh yeah, it's pretty wobbly. So now that this is on, let me, where's that wire? I cut a piece. Watching it live, not live, but I don't know, would you guys watch craft vlogs if they were live? I've never done a live stream. I'm so nervous to do it, but I don't know if that's something people would be interested in. Okay, so now that this is moved, though. Ugh, terrible knot. Oh, God. Okay. Probably shouldn't put that in my mouth. Don't use your teeth. We have it like this. God, this ring makes it so difficult. Try tying them off real quick. Alright, so now we've got this fishing line on here. Doesn't look terrible, but from that angle it does. That's the problem. And then I would probably get my glue back out and just like put a little bit on top of this, like where the string is. Don't drip. Okay, just kind of coat it, you know. It doesn't work quite like hot glue does, where like you can kind of coat stuff and it like gets thick. Might not look too pretty, but we'll cover it with glue paint. Once that's fully dry, I'll clip these little like wings on the fishing line. I didn't point to it right, but yeah. So I think for now what I'll do is I'll hang this up again, let it dry. Progress. Yeah. Alright, so they are all drying. They're a little wobbly. Like I said, I'll cut the extra strands. I don't know if you can even see that from here. Yeah, so I'm going to stop crafting for tonight, and then we'll see how our stew is doing. Alright, so here it is. Let's take off the lid for a minute. Ooh, yeah, it smells very rosemary-y, but it's very good. Give it a stir, I think would probably be good. Ooh. Oh yeah. Let me get a little closer. I imagine I take the bay leaves out when I'm done, right? The broth. Just broth, please, not carrots. Not carrots. Okay. Into this. Pour it back in. Okay. Alright, it's already looking a little bit thicker. Alright, and now we leave it to cook a little longer for 30 more minutes. Alright, so it's been 30 minutes. Doesn't look like much has changed, but that's okay. Yeah. I think that's alright. Boy, that rosemary. Whew. I might salt my bowl a little bit, but I think we're good. Scoopy scoop. Alright, so now I'm gonna take a couple bites just to see how it is. Here's a bowl. Sorry if the lighting's weird. Potato. Oh, it's still really hot though. Carrots are still crunchy. Chunk of meat. Ooh, the beef is soft. Oh, yeah, I think it needed a bit more salt. Next time I would probably not make it with rosemary, because that rosemary, it was like a teaspoon. Yeah, that rosemary like really overpowers it. And I wish the carrots were a little softer, maybe the potatoes too, but I also think I would get a different cut of beef next time, because this was like pre-cut, but it's kind of probably not the best cut. It's soft, which is great, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Not bad though. This even tastes good over a bed of something.
Yeah, that's true. Noodles?
Noodles or rice.
All right. I'm gonna sit and eat this, and me and Mom are gonna watch one last Unisonus episode, and then I will go lay down because my back is, well, it's not hurting right now, but it was clear. Hey everyone, so it's like maybe 2 days later. So the live stream for Unisonus ending ended up being a 12-hour live stream. So I pretty much was glued to my computer screen the whole day, so I didn't get anything else done. And today I woke up with a very splitting headache, which is why I don't have my light on, I don't have makeup on, and I'm kind of mellow. Because it is already Saturday, I'm going to just have to wrap up the vlog here. I'm very sorry about that, but it's just because I don't think I'm gonna be able to sit in here and do crafts today. Also, it's Saturday. I was thinking like after the live stream I would do crafting and stuff, but I was like so tired yesterday. But we can at least check how our medallions are doing. So let's see, this was the first one we did. The glue, thankfully, dried clear. I can probably get rid of these excess little tips because the glue's dried. I still don't know what to do about the fishing line that you can see, but like from a distance I don't really know that it's too noticeable. It might be on camera though, so if I'm doing a shoot that might be kind of bad, but again, people aren't gonna be looking too up close. Oh god, don't get in my tea. Okay, maybe I'll try to get those like shaped down a little bit. But it feels pretty sturdy, so that's good. Oh yeah, it feels real sturdy. Cool. So the medallions are probably mostly done. I'm gonna have to make sure there isn't anything else I have to do for them. Maybe I'll paint the fishing line gold to try to cover it. So yeah, this one I ended up doing, it's split here. There you go. And again, if I had done this the sandwich way, it would have probably been better. But these medallions look way better than any I've made so far. So I'm really liking them. I posted a picture of them on Instagram, and of course I was asked how they were made. And of course, like I said, I will be posting a video of like the actual like process. Basically, I'll be taking all the clips that I did working on these and put them into one video for everyone's convenience. This glue is a little more obvious, but again, from a distance, I don't think it's gonna matter. These look so good. I'm like, I'm not trying to like be like, oh, I'm so good at this. No, because I could have done way better, I'm sure, if I was like perfect, but for what I'm capable of, I feel like, rather what I've done in the past, I feel like these are really good. Sometime yesterday, it was announced that ALA is postponing, and they're also changing location. But I mean, that's logical because the pandemic situation is not getting better. So, and I'm totally in agreement. I figured they were going to cancel anyway. I honestly, if they hadn't, I would have been like, I'm not going to go. It's kind of, you know. So, no ALA this year, or this coming year, which makes sense. But hopefully we will be able to pick up in 2022. What's the last one? So yeah, I might just be done. I may have to paint these wires. Other than that, and then, like I said, the lobster clasp should just clasp to this and be good. No need to add, because that's like with the other medallions for her Bayonetta 2 cosplay. Those had to have lobster clasps attached to them to attach to the other ones because there was no like ring, but this one's got just giant rings. So it's like, oh, the lobster clasp is big enough, it can just latch around that and we're good. And we'll get to that eventually. That'll be a separate project probably, like as far as like cutting videos goes, but yeah, I think these turned out pretty cool. And they feel really sturdy, really durable, lightweight. You know what'd be cool, I was thinking actually to store them would be, you know, when I'm not at conventions, to like hang them on the walls as like a decorative piece. Because they're pretty decorative, you know? It's like, oh, it's a paper mache. The most complex one. Yeah. So I think these look good. I'm proud of them. So in reflection on the beef stew, so what remains of it? I actually added a can of corn. I kind of like corn in my soups because it kind of adds like a nice texture, like a pop, you know? But I think what I would do is just not use rosemary and maybe add, I don't know, it needed something, but like, so it needs something that my mom does to her chicken soup that she makes, or her vegetable soup. Like there's something in there that's like I don't know if I need like more tomato paste, maybe I used the wrong beef broth, maybe it was, because like it did not call for organic beef broth, and I know that can probably change up the flavor of it, so maybe that was my mistake in getting organic, just because I didn't even think about that. I was just like, oh, well, that's better for me, right? But then I forgot that can compromise possibly flavor and stuff like that, and maybe there were other ways I could have doctored up the beef broth by using the organic stuff, but this recipe wasn't obviously probably accounting for that, so unless all beef broth tastes the same, I really don't know. I think I would use a different kind of beef, because like a couple other recipes I looked at were like, oh, don't use like the stew cut beef, like use this and cut it yourself or something like that, I don't know. Because the beef's not like the best quality. Next week, what I'm thinking of doing for crockpot is something completely vegetable related, just because I might as well try. And the problem is we're very limited on what I can use, so I'm gonna have to find something that's like really heavy on vegetables that I can actually eat. I mean, I guess there's not like a ton of vegetables I can't eat, but like it's like some of the core ones I can't. That's like, you know, like I can't eat asparagus, unfortunately. Zucchini's fine. I love zucchini. I don't know if you can crockpot that. It's kind of mushy. So yeah, next week I'll probably be working on some more crochet if I don't throughout the week. Maybe some drawing, because I want to do some Unisana's art now that, because I wanted to do Unisana's art, like so many people were doing it, and I'm just like, I'm too like stressed out right now, and I feel like, I don't know, I'd have to get that done within a certain time frame, obviously. But Mark even said like, hey guys, like keep making art if you want, like all the stuff, like, you know, after we're gone, because like that keeps the memory alive. And it's like, okay, cool. I have ideas. I was like, I don't know, something like, I got anxiety every time I thought of like doing something for Unisana, so I'm just like, oh, the stress of getting it done on time. It's like, but now it's like, I can do it whenever, you know, like, and I guess that could have been, I know if I'd started it before, I would have wanted it to be done by the end, and you know, that's kind of like stressful to me. So but yeah, proud of those guys. It was a great experience. For these, I might try to make them a little shinier with like some sort of top coat. I don't know, unless they already seem shiny enough. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. Sorry if this went too long or too short. I have no idea. Hope you're looking forward to the next video, because, you know, and I'll pick up the belt buckles then too, because hopefully I'll be able to. I won't have a pressuring like live stream situation that I have to like watch, but I'll probably aim for a Sunday vlog again, because since this one's coming out late on Sunday, potentially Monday, because I don't know if I'll have the ability to edit tonight, so in case it might come out on Monday, but I don't want to do like a vlog and a vlog super close to each other. And I will be, this week, prioritizing Saints Row filming, and then I will try to get an unboxing video out, and then maybe film some more Subnautica, all that. I got games, you know, and then maybe try to hop into the Mario Maker thing. So make sure to check the description below for links and information, and be sure to check the links at the end of the video. And I will see you guys next time, and until then, stay whipped. Box. Now, I forget what's in the box, but I checked it a little while back. But again, this is not on my preferences. This is like, if you buy the magic box, it's these specific teas. So I have a little thing. The magic tea bags.